there's been this ongoing question all offseason so far. Is Deebo going to get traded? Is Aiyuk going to get traded? Are they both going to be on the team when the season starts? Who do you have a feeling one way or the other about this situation? And if they're both on the team come redraft season, who would be your preferred wide receiver?
Oh man. I think they're both going to be on the team. If you asked me a few months ago, I probably would have told you I felt like Ayuk would have been shipped out somewhere. A lot of people were throwing out the Patriots. I was honestly feeling the Lions a little bit. I could have seen that him being on the other side of Amon Ra.
No.
So that would have been pretty nasty. But I feel like they'll work it out in some capacity that he will be back, as well as Deebo. I'd have to see and double check their ADPs one more time. I believe that Aiyuk is still being drafted as like a top 15 wide receiver, I believe, right?
Yes, he's right on the fringes at least. Yeah.
Yes. So I think that if you're gonna go, I'll be the smart fantasy player here, and I'll go for value here, and I'll say from what you can get out of Deebo, probably is going to be worth a shot as well. There's just so many top tier wide receivers that you can take a stab on around that range this year. That's like, you might as well just go and get Deebo instead and save that pick for a Puka Nakua, at wide receiver 11 or whatever. So I'd probably go Deebo over Aiyuk.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. This is our annual tradition around here. We always have to have this debate. Brandon Aiyuk and Deebo Samuel. There's never been a more lasting debate on this podcast than that. And I tend to go back and forth a lot. But I think this year I'm just deciding, fuck it. I'm just going to go with Brandon Aiyuk. I want to will it into fruition, to use one of your words, Hoov. I want to will it to happen because this fucking guy is never not open on the field. But because of how talented everybody is around him and the fact that he's not the first read in this offense, he just gets overlooked all the damn time. And I've never watched a game that's not a Packers game before and just been like, why the fuck aren't you throwing this guy the ball? He's wide open. And that's how it feels every time with Brandon Aiyuk. So I want good things for him. That's all. But you make the more salient point from a fantasy perspective, I think, where are you falling, Dustin, this year? Who's it going to be?
I'm back on Team Deebo this year. I agree. Woo! Just Ayuk's gotten up there a little too high in value for me. So give me Deebo. And we've seen him in what his very top end is. Do I think he's ever going to reach that level of fantasy value again? Probably not, but at least we know he has those spike weeks in him like that. So yeah, give me the value and give me the guy that I've seen it done before.
I dig it. Yeah. Do you want to beer bet it? Do you want to beer bet it this year, Dustin? Huh?
Sure.
Overall points per game finish?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Aiyuk versus Deebo. I love it. Thank God. Another one for the books. Okay.
Yes. Mark it down. I'm glad you're going to be doing that shot.
That's tough. I feel like in that one, I'd have to go with Jake because he probably will score more, but that's because that's why his ADP is higher. Is he worth his ADP? I bet you Deebo out produces his ADP, but versus Brandon Aiyuk, I'm not so sure.